Hey everyone, hope life is good and life is amazing because today we're going to talk about creator burnout. And the reason why we're going to talk about creator burnout today is because I'm feeling a little bit of creator burnout. And it usually happens to me after a long stretch of creating content, of being creative, of working with clients, doing my own projects. And gets to a point where, as a creator, even as someone who's just creating content, after a while, you run out of ideas, you're not really motivated, and you feel burnt out. It happens to a lot of people who just work in general. And so I've learned a lot of things over my years as being a YouTube creator, as being a videographer, a video producer, and just being a creator all my life. There's different ways that I've found that have helped me with dealing with burnout. And one of them is actually getting into other hobbies. I think that a lot of filmmakers out there like to stick with their groups and with their forums, and then keep watching movies, going to festivals, and all they talk about is film, 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 and all they do is film. Everything is about film. I feel like that can be very limiting for you and your creative potential, because when you are just watching the same films that you always want to watch, or you're just watching films in general, you're not actually see other creative art forms that could potentially influence your vision. But when it comes to burnout, if you're always creating films, always creating videos, it's going to be boring after a while. You're going to just lose steam. You're going to lose momentum. You're going to lose inspiration. It just happens. And some people push through it. I push through it at times. At the same time, I use other hobbies to help me get my mind off of video making and filmmaking. So when I come back to filmmaking, making videos, I actually appreciate it a lot more because I miss it. And one of my hobbies is martial arts. I love Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I do that twice a week. And that helps me get my mind off of video making and running my business and filmmaking, so that I'm not always on. Like when I'm in martial arts, I have to be completely present or I'll get tapped out or punched in the face. So I love martial arts. Do any physical activity, exercise, working out, hiking, running, being outside is great. Just finding some sort of activity outside of your craft. Maybe it's dance, maybe it's music or something else, even cooking. Find something that's going to get your mind off of your main creative craft, so that you don't fall into narrow minded, tunnel vision towards this one goal that subsequently gives you this hatred for your own career, because you feel like there's nothing else out there that really matters. But at the same time, you experience failures, you experience blocks, creative blocks. You get to a point where you start hating your actual craft. And that's just me in general. And me, what happened to me when I was doing videography full time, when I was helping other clients create videos and doing my own videos, I just felt that I was just video. There was a point where I wasn't really happy with video making. And I started hiking, getting back into dance, getting back to martial arts, took a break. And that really helped me really appreciate video making and filmmaking instead of hating my craft and hating the industry. Now, a second thing that you should do, I think it's actually the first thing that you should do, the first one is actually as a maintenance thing, is that you should go on vacation. Honestly, I think that I read something in a book, 5 a.m. Club, that most of the elite athletes and a lot of performers out there, they take time to actually have a break. Either go on vacation, a mental vacation, a staycation, go out in nature, go and travel to a new country, or even inside the United States if you're in the U.S. or in your own country. What that does is that it allows you to not think about your problems within your craft, and it actually gives you this space to reflect on your creative journey, your current challenges, as well as your future goals. I think as creatives, when we get stuck in creating content or for other people or for our audience, we sometimes forget why we are passionate about the filmmaking process and culture and craft in the first place. And that's why I feel when you go on vacation, turn your phone off, turn your email off, turn your mind off, go to a beautiful location, and you're able to turn off your brain and just look at something that nature has provided for you, or hang out with friends and family and not think about your craft, you actually start recharging your creative battery. And I know there's a lot of studies on this, and your willpower is actually like a muscle. And I think that sometimes when you are consistently using your willpower to just break through challenges and roadblocks and creative blocks and writer's blocks, you actually exhaust that muscle. And so that's when you start looking at things and not be feeling motivated. And creativity is also a muscle for me as well. It really exercises your mind. So having a mental vacation, having a physical vacation is a really good way for you to actually prevent burnout and to heal burnout. Another thing for I do is being out in nature. I just alluded to that. I love going to the beach. I love going to the lake here in Austin. I like going to the mountains, or I like going on a hike. Sometimes if I don't have that available, I'll go on a walk on a bike path. And it helps me get my mind off things, and also helps me breathe in fresh air, get in vitamin D, get some sunshine, and actually appreciate life for life, not because of what I'm creating or what I'm about to accomplish. When you're out in nature, you find that there is more to life than monetary or personal achievements. So I feel the best way to actually take care of burnout is to be out in nature. Spend a Sunday being out in nature. That's actually one tip as well. Use your Sundays as a way to just not think of video creating or creating videos, or stop working. I used to be the person 7 days a week working. When I stopped working on Sundays and spent that day just to relax, it's helped me appreciate the amount of days in the week that I have towards my work, and also towards family, friends, loved ones, and hobbies like martial arts, dance, and music. And so another way to deal with burnout is hanging out with friends and family. First, let's start off with friends. I think that when you are working in the content creation world, you tend to surround yourself with other content creators or other marketers or other entrepreneurs. It's great because then you get a lot of inspiration, you get a lot of knowledge, you get shared education and learnings from other people. And at the same time, though, you get stuck talking about the same thing over and over and over again, and it can get quite boring, and it can actually stifle your creative progress because you're just hearing from the same group of people over and over and over again. So I like having different groups of friends. I have the friends who are my martial arts gym buddies. I have my dance friends. I have my music friends, my DJ friends. I have my hiking friends. And I don't want to say just keep them all in different groups and I'm a different person. What I mean is that I have people I can talk to in these different cultures and nerd out about my passion. And I love other things other than filmmaking and making videos. And it helps me deal with burnout because then I get to actually get inspired by other cultures. I actually get inspired by other groups of friends, and also people who talk about things outside of your craft and just talk about life in general and how you do it. And just genuine conversation, human connection is so helpful for the mind and the body and the soul and for your mental health. And then the next is actually spending time with your family. And it depends if you're actually you get well with your family. Some people don't have great families. I love my family. I love my mom and dad and my brothers. It keeps me grounded. When I hang out with family, when I spend time with family, and if you have kids and your wife and a wife or whatnot, or a husband or a partner and grandkids, it does give you more of a grounded sense that there's more to life than achieving in your craft, and that you are loved in a way. I know that many of you have families and you use your passion and your craft to make money for your fam. Sometimes you have to also realize that your fam just wants you to be there, right? I think that's something I've learned as a partner, boyfriend, or whatever. I think that at the end of the day, you have to be there for someone rather than, I know that some people think that it's all about providing, but there's also the idea of just being present and being there for someone. And that goes with your family and your loved ones. And so I think that when I'm burned out, I actually go hang out with my mom and dad when I can. I'm going to go there in the next month, spend time with cousins, spend time with brothers, calling, FaceTiming, whatever it is. And it grounds me and helps me realize that I have a support system, helps me realize there's more to life than my craft, there's more to life than making money, and also helps me stay present because then I get to actually talk to someone honestly that I love. I'm not going to be thinking about something else or on Instagram or whatnot. And another thing that really helps me, now going back to if you're a filmmaker or a videographer or a video creator, is watching movies and TV shows, but just to watch them. Watch some reality TV shows, watch some random documentaries. Just watch the things that got you inspired in the first place. Maybe even watch an old film. Maybe you want to watch that film that got you into filmmaking in the first place. As you start doing these other things, like going on a vacation, being out in nature, visiting family and friends, and doing other things outside of your craft, you're going to want to also start acclimating, going back into inspiring yourself after you've done these things. Like after 2 weeks of vacation for me, if I'll go out to Asia or Europe or South America and I come back and I'm feeling inspired, it's great for me, honestly, to actually watch old movies or new movies and new TV shows and do it in a way where I'm not studying it. I'm just watching it. And when you just watch it and experience it and then accept being entertained just to be entertained rather than just consistently looking at it like a film studies student like myself, you're going to start appreciating your craft and the overall culture of filmmaking and video creation, and actually the history and the background and the long cinematic timeline that led to where it is right now. I'm being very much a nerd right now about cinema and movies. But when you start watching movies, you're going to appreciate how you have the opportunity right now to get a camera that's only $500 and create movies that have better quality than some movies and films back in the day. And so I love just watching movies and TV shows. And for me, for maintaining, getting back from vacation, now getting inspired, sleep, exercise, and meditation. That's just me as a personal thing. Being burnt out also comes with being tired, not getting enough sleep. So get your sleep 7 to 8 hours, 7 to 9 hours. Exercise, that comes back to hobbies. I do feel, though, if you have regular exercise, and I think there's a lot of studies about this, I'm not just doing this to body shame or to give you the next fad diet so that you can feel somewhat significant in today's world. But I'm saying that when you do study the nutritional plan or type of diet that you've heard out there, or just spending time to exercise, and you come up with something that works for you, just movement and eating healthy, it's helped me a lot with burnout. Because sometimes I will go on long stretches where I'm eating junk food and just not sleeping and spending time too much in front of the computer. One time I had a bloody nose, 3 nights in a row, no sleep, eating just chips and just different types of candy, chocolates, wine. It was a lot of work. And at the end of it, I had a bloody nose and I realized I do not want to sacrifice my health for a video. So sleep, exercise, meditation. Anyways, hopefully this was helpful. This is more of a video for a lot of the creators out there and the would-be creators out there and the people actually who are using videos for a marketing campaign for their companies or brand. This is important too, because after a while you are going to have tired content and you're going to need to figure out how are you going to create that new idea. These same things help you become much more open to new ideas and to innovate and to find other ways to market your product or service. So hopefully this was helpful. Thanks again for watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment below or email me at mitchell@videcontentschool.com. I appreciate you for being here, and I'll see you next week. Bye.